I have played Minecraft for most of my life. I remember playing Pocket Edition with my cousin at their house, then going home to play it on my Xbox 360. Over the years, I have spent countless hours playing with my friends and on my own. Something about the game keeps me invested. Months will go by without me playing, but I always pick the game back up, and I rediscover some of that magic I felt all those years ago. If you're familiar with the 2-week Minecraft phase, you know what I'm talking about. When I was younger, I would play all the time. School wasn't hard, so I had time to play. Minecraft was a great place to hang out with people. I remember being in middle school and joining Xbox Live parties. People were looking for people to join their world, help them build something, or just mess around. Things got busier in high school, but I still took the time to play. I left my Xbox behind and moved to Java Edition on the PC. Since then, Java has been my home, where I have spent the vast majority of my time playing this game. In early 2020, around the start of the lockdown, one of my friends decided to start a Minecraft server for people in our school. Over time, people lost interest in the game, and eventually, my friend gave me the world so I could keep playing. Since then, this one save file is the one I often return to, and has been part of my life for almost 5 years. Having started college, I've started to look around this blocky world to remind myself of the good times and the kid I was back then. I see the houses people built and recall the conversations had while mindlessly jumping around. I wanted to make this video as a tribute to this world, Minecraft, and the people I have played it with. A way to honor the special place this game has taken up in my life. Hello, welcome to my world. I'm Lava78, Dr. Lava78. I go by any of those names, and this is my world. Now, something I just want to start the video off by saying is, don't expect anything too crazy from this world. I know I said in the intro I've been playing it for 5 years, and it does not have 5 years worth of 365 Rise and Grind content. This is not one of those like hardcore videos you see where I built the entire universe in hardcore Minecraft. So I just kind of wanted to give a world tour, sort of just kind of talk through this world, because this world's important for me. It's been part of my life for about 5 years, and I want to do it some justice. Starting off here is the treehouse. This was kind of the main base. Oh, didn't forgot that Jess was there. This was where my friend Skylar, who started the world, hosted the server. This was their base and a bunch of other people who were part of the server. This was sort of the origins of like the community. Each one of these buildings was somebody else's base. Up here, there's a courthouse. I forget exactly what happened. I believe somebody might have killed somebody else's horse, and there's a whole trial here in this very rudimentary courthouse. And this whole general spawn area, kind of where a lot of the fun multiplayer moments happened. Here is the main chanting villager area. I always forget how loud that is, but this is where I've done all my villager trading in the past 5 years. Pretty rudimentary, you know, just mending, efficiency, the works. And this really dates the world. When this building was made, Soul Speed was not in the game, and that came out in the Nether update. Coming over here was a project of my own starting. This was supposed to be a town hall. It's going to have a map of the spawn right here. Use a little table for meetings. Down here was going to be a basement where I'd set up like a blackjack table, all those sorts of things. Over here, just a little patio area. Um, one project I'm really proud of is all these pathways. For a long time, this spawn area was just littered with creeper holes, and one day I decided to fix it. I had these bridges and paths, and all these fish have different names. Some of them, are planned. Some of them are just let me think of a generic name. This area over here I would consider the industrial area. Over here we have the iron farm. I forget, might have been Il Mango. When I'm editing it, I'll credit who actually made it. But I'm happy with it. If I wait here, I'll eventually see my favorite part of this farm, which is the honey wall. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So whenever an iron golem dies, the items will drop and they'll kind of flow down this honey wall, and I just think that's a nice little touch. I get my emeralds by trading iron. Now this doesn't look like a lot because I cleared it out, but if my inventory is full, I will just throw iron into like the nearest pit because do not need more of it. Here is the little guy I trapped. I forget what I named him. I think I named him some kind of like Philza reference. He spawned in with full diamond he spawned in with full diamond armor, and I decided to keep him there. Diamond armor. Anyways, over here is the creeper farm. It's where I get all the gunpowder for rockets. And also very helpful is because of how it's designed. It also is a spider farm. And I use a lot of the string for making dispensers, wool, whatever. Now here we come to my first base. I would eventually abandon this base. Now, it's a little messy. I decided to blow it up for some reason, but this used to be a piston door. And here was the main focal point of my base. This originally was going to be a massive... What? Chests. Storage system. A massive storage system. Yeah, it was going to be a massive storage system. See, this was going to be where I would deposit all the items, and they would go all the way around. The basic idea is I would be able to host at least a row of chests for every item in the game. I'll flash an image of what it looked like on screen. I eventually tore it down and abandoned this project because there are so many chests here that it would half your FPS rendering all of the chests. I used so many chests here that it was only at the end of last year, so after 4.5 years, was the first time I had to craft new chests because I had so many left over from this. We'll take the monorail. Do I have a minecart? I don't have a minecart. 1 second. Anyways, this monorail is one of the newer projects on this world, in terms of projects that are intended to be completed. I really like having it because electric travel is incredibly nice, but there's something I love about in the inefficient travels, having just a minecart being able to slowly take you places, so you can really take a moment to appreciate the scale of your world. Now, this first stop here is my friend Ethan's base, and I mentioned briefly how most people had stopped playing after 2020. But me and Ethan, we continued to play on this world up until mid 2023. And that's when I decided to make the world single player because he stopped playing on the world. We did most of the things on the server. That monorail we were just on was mostly Ethan's project. He wanted to make a monorail for kind of the reasons I mentioned. It's a fun project, one to work on, and it offers a sense of scale in the world to just sit there and be taken somewhere. Now, I used to mess with Ethan a bit, not in a mean way, but stuff like this. He did not add this. This was stuff I would put in his house to let him discover. I would create these whole narratives. This is about two brothers. Basic story is like your generic Minecraft story. These two brothers were princes. One of them discovered the end. They went into the Ender portal. The Ender dragon was like, "Hey, I'll offer you all the riches. Just bring like you and your whole army here and I'll make you like super strong." And this guy, forget his name. It's not Tommy cuz you can see what happened to Tommy, but this dude, Abraham, that was his name. He was like, "You know what? Sure. Let's make this deal." And the Ender dragon was like, "Ha, tricked you." And all his men became the Endermen, and then his brother was like, "How could you betray us? You led us here." And he was like, "No, I swear I didn't mean to." And through plot devices, Abraham ended up in this cave where he lived the last of his days trying to survive. And he built this grave, and I wrote this whole book talking about the lore of this place and explaining that. But it's just kind of things I would do. And we had a great time just playing around the server. Over here is his factory. This factory was his a magnum opus. Eventually, the plan was to fill this up with like little farms. I adored this project. It's one of my favorites in the world, definitely, with its size and like attention to detail. Here you have the control room with all the computers. You have a little break area here where you can play games. A little bar. It's just really unique world building. The reason Ethan stopped playing was he passed away in summer of 2023. And, really sucked, but, no, I'm really glad of all the memories I have with him in this world. I mean, in the early days of this world, there used to be a mansion here, and we destroyed it one day, and I still have footage of when we destroyed everything.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Like how the fire jumps. Oh,
it started. Oh, it just hit. Oh. Wow.
Well, there's the second story.
How did that go to the first? And then now the first floor is going to go. Oh, the second floor didn't get fully blown up.
Yeah.
I don't think we put enough TNT in, to be honest.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I didn't.
See what else I could find.
I'm tempted to do it.
Don't you dare.
Oh, wait. I just realized that's right above my head.
Really
geez, more ignited.
Oh, get away! Evacuate!
Just gonna take down all this wheat.
All the weed. Micah was growing weed. He shouldn't have been on the server to begin with.
This is gonna be like the most awful piece of recorded content. Hey, like, one person who's gonna look at that one mansion you looked at a while ago and despair.
Yeah.
Gonna have to actually put effort into this and edit it.
I mean, it would have been so much better if we had more TNT, but you're like, no, no, we don't need more TNT. I laced the place a ton. And I was like, all right, if you say so. All right, here we go with the epic flint and steel. But they just go, oh, come on, really? Nice timing, weather.
Are you still in the building?
I am, yeah.
I would recommend getting out, like, right about now.
Why?
It's blowing up.
Oh, okay. It still wasn't enough. I'm burning the back here. Probably one of the things we should have done first, to be honest. There's...
Thanks,
Ooh, that's
game,
nice.
for letting me know that my tool
To quickly fly.
durability is low as I break the tool.
It's like it's one durability.
Also, there's something wrong with your house.
What is wrong with my house?
You'll find it eventually.
How dare you? It's nice. I got so many birch planks from that.
Like, shields are kind of broken. Like, I can shoot this TNT and just hold up my shield next to it, and I take, like, no damage.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that was embarrassing. I take almost no damage from this. You just get hit, and then I just see you die. I just see your head there next to your grave. We knew someone was gonna die when griefing this house. We knew it. Like,
Look,
we weren't sure who, we weren't sure when, but we knew it was gonna happen. Have you ever had it where a tree grows inside of you?
Many times.
Many times. Oh, I've only had it happen once. At least in legit. I mean, I'm not talking like you just plan it out. I'm
so
talking
glad
like
I have it, being able to look
just
back
happens in
at
survival.
the
Oh,
memories
yeah, that's only
and
been, like,
just
once.
remember just a little bit of his personality. I I miss him. There are days whenever I hear the new Minecraft news, I have an instinct to go onto Discord and message him about, oh, did you hear they're adding different types of cows to Minecraft. But I'm happy with the time I got to spend with him in this world. Moving on is one of the biggest undertakings in this world. This is my new base. Um, eh, I know I said not to expect anything too crazy, but this is about the craziest thing you'll find. I'll show some pictures of the progress and development, but I want to say I started this beginning of 2021, and it's reached this point. Starting off, I was not only mining it by hand, but I was also saving all of the resources I've mined. A lot of these chests are empty or removed because I used basically all of the gravel I had mined clearing the ocean to put it towards the black concrete. The idea was to make a giant circle void where I could have all my farms, everything here. When I originally started this project, the Cave and Cliffs update had not yet released, so originally it was only going to stop there. But then, as time went on, I decided I would make it all the way to the new bedrock, and then I had the wisdom to actually start using TNT bombs. Excuse me? You're lucky you hid under the trees, or that would have been your last days. This is a concrete maker, because I was no way I was going to sit there and manually convert all of the concrete from powder to the solid stuff. Now, there's another part of my base that I'm quite proud of. Over here, I have this little nature retreat area. It's where I keep all my animals, and it's where I've been farming wood, keep my skeleton horses around. Down here, it's just a little sugarcane farm. Eventually, I'm planning to make an automatic one. Over here is one of my favorite things I've ever made. Call it the wisdom tree. I'm really proud of how it turned out. I think it looks nice. And then over here you have my annual animal sanctuary where I keep my axolotls, a few animals. Over here is my trusty horse Wednesday. You know, I rode out of town on Friday, came back on Wednesday. You know the story. Keep my frog, my parrot, wolves, all nicely living here. And in case you're wondering, no, I did not all shove them into the corner out of shame. This pig, I'm sure, is responsible for crowding them into the corner. Now, I guess I need to grab that minecart. Away. Alright, now we'll head to our next destination, which is the Guardian Farm. Oh. I remembered this going all the way to the end, but I guess we reached budget cuts. I'm gonna explain this now because I realized I did a poor job earlier. The idea behind the monorail was for it to connect me and Ethan's base to two main locations. One, the end portal, and the Guardian Farm. The Guardian Farm has been important for both a food source and for building blocks. This project took a lot. This was something, again, me and Ethan worked on together. It was a labor. The amount of times these little slimy freaks killed me in cold blood is more than I can imagine. I personally prefer golden carrots, but Ethan would go for the cooked cod. And I don't blame him. We get a lot, but yeah, if I check my statistics, yeah, there. Guardians have killed me 5 times, which I believe is more than any other creature. Oh, don't remember ever being killed by a gas, but you know, I can see how that could happen. It was a fun project. I think it's a staple of the long Minecraft world to have one of these. I wish I could credit the people who designed this farm, but honestly, it was so long ago. Take a quick run through the Nether. Now, there's a lot of things in this world that I won't go over, simply because I feel I don't need to. If we fly over here, Yeah, you'll see these weird dots in the sky. These are part of a vanilla tweaks plugin that I enabled so I could discover the spawning radius for a wither skeleton farm. I've spawn proofed a lot, but not all of it. The end is pretty lackluster. 5 years in a world, and I still have a 1x1 spruce slab bridge to the main XP farm. This, of course, is an Enderman farm. The purpose obviously being XP. Not much to say here. It's a ugly little spot in the middle of the void, but it does its job, which is make Endermen and kill them. Over here is the remains of a Wither Rose farm. In case you don't know, a Wither Rose farm works by, at least this particular design, it's a Enderman farm in which the Endermen are funneled and then killed by the Wither, who is trapped in the End Island portal. And as you might be able to guess, the Wither did not stay in its encampment forever, and it eventually broke out, and that was a fun journey. I could probably spend the next 100 hours going to every nook and cranny of this world, but I just don't feel that would be worth it. Now, there are some areas I wish I could have gone into greater detail, but I've come to realize that if you strive for perfection and nothing but perfection, you'll just end up worse off in the end. I started playing this world 5 years ago, which I know is a mute point given how many times I said it, but take a moment to think about 5 years ago and where you were. Just take a moment to think about that and how much you've kind of changed over the years. You know, when I first logged onto this world, saw earlier, that mansion was there, the desert wasn't carved out, those signs weren't there. A lot of what's in this world just simply didn't exist yet. There are people who have 5-year-long hardcore worlds, or just Minecraft worlds in general, and they have a lot more to show for it. But I'm not unhappy with the amount of effort put into this world, because it's not really about the physical effort, it's just about the time I've spent in general, the moments I've had with people, and just enjoying playing this game. It wasn't about reaching a goal, it was simply about being. And I think that's a philosophy that, if you apply to your rest of your life, can lead you to a much healthier position. Strive for the goals you want to reach, but give yourself also time to simply be and be okay with who you are and where you've been. This video has changed many times throughout its creation. Originally, this was just going to be a world tour, an episode 0 to a let's play in this world. I eventually changed my mind, partly because I started to feel like I didn't want to make this world into a let's play. The other reason was that I felt I could do more with this video and this world. Then I wanted to make a video in the vein of Jay Schlatt's A Tribute to Minecraft, but now it's somewhere in between. Even though it isn't exactly what I planned to make, I'm proud of this video and its changes, cause change is a part of life. Throughout this world's existence, I've changed. I'm no longer that same kid. The person who first logged into this world hadn't met the friends that would help him get through high school. He hadn't heard of the thing he would go on to study in college. Change is a part of growth, and like how I've grown and changed over the years, so has this game. New generations are discovering the world of Minecraft, while older ones either move on or find a way to fall back in love with it. All the while, new updates come out, and the limits of what is possible are pushed further. And part of this growth is knowing that it's okay to move on. You might not see or hear from your high school friends every day, but that doesn't mean you're not still friends. It's okay to have a fresh start, a new hobby, a new job, a new life, so long as you don't forget the people who are still there for you, and the ones who have left. For now, that's all I have to say. Until next time.